At the galaxy's greatest university. One sharp sound changed how aliens viewed humans forever. The Intergalactic University of Talarex was known for many things. It was the most prestigious center of cross-species learning in the quadrant. It boasted the widest range of atmospherically controlled lecture halls and the most advanced zero-gravity athletic programs ever designed. But today, it would become famous for something far simpler. A sound. A loud, sharp pop. Jareth of the Trexy was in pain. That much was obvious. The young alien lay coiled on the padded floor of multi-species combat exercise room 3B, one of their 4 shimmering arms dangling at an unnatural angle. Their chitinous plates had faded to a pale blue, a clear sign of shock among Trexy physiology. A small crowd of students had gathered. Zenter hovered nearby, his photonic limbs flickering anxiously. 2 Salari glided in slow circles atop their water gel packs. And towering over them all was a Con warrior who looked moments away from fainting. Despite their fearsome reputation, Con hated the sight of dislocated joints. "Should we call the Metabots?" one of the Salari asked, tentacles ringing with concern. "They take at least 8 minutes to respond to non-lethal injuries," Zenter replied, his voice buzzing. "They might lose consciousness before then." That was when Morgan Reeves, a human from Earth, stepped through the crowd, sipping casually from a metallic water bottle. She had been watching the sparring match from a bench, reviewing her notes and letting the other species test each other's limits. Humans were still new at the university, and usually underestimated. "What happened?" Morgan asked calmly. "Dislocation of the upper right appendage," Jareth hissed, their voice trembling. Morgan set her bottle down, crouched beside the injured student, and examined the joint like she'd seen it 1,000 times before. "Oh yeah," she said. "That's out of the socket. Clean. You'll be fine." "What?" gasped the Con. "It's not fine. That's internal skeletal trauma." Morgan shrugged. "Yeah. That's what dislocations are. I've had 5. The room froze. "5?" the Salari asked, eyes wide. "Varsity rugby," Morgan continued. "Left shoulder twice. Right 3 times." "You survived," one whispered. Morgan grinned. "Buddy, I played the second half with it out once. Coach was nuts." Without further explanation, Morgan reached toward Jareth. "Wait, what are you?" Jareth stammered. "This'll sting," Morgan said. "Just a second." Then came the pop. It echoed through the room like a firecracker in a cathedral. Several students recoiled. Others gasped. A few blinked, stunned. Jareth screamed, half pain, half relief, as their arms snapped back into place. Morgan held it steady, checked the alignment, then gently lowered it. "There," she said. "It'll be stiff. Keep it still. No sparring for a couple days." Jareth stared up at her, shaken. "You repaired my limb, with your bare hands." Morgan stood, brushing dust from her pants. "Yep. But that was internal realignment without sedation," Jareth said. "Only frontline medics attempt that. It's considered barbaric." Morgan chuckled. "Welcome to human anatomy." Word spread across campus within the hour. By midday, the footage had been replayed in 14 languages, reenacted by holographic projectors, and dissected by xenobiology professors as a cultural phenomenon. A new lecture appeared in Galactic Sociology, Pain Tolerance and Primitive Medical Practices of Terrans. The Con dropped the course entirely. Later that week, Jareth found Morgan in the cafeteria. "I owe you thanks," they said quietly. "And a question." Morgan looked up from her tray of synthesized pasta. "Shoot. Why did you do it so casually? No scans. No fear. No hesitation." Morgan shrugged. "Where I come from, it's not a big deal. We grow up rough. Sports. Manual labor. Climbing trees. Falling off things." She smiled. "You either learn to pop a shoulder back in, or you wait in pain for hours." Jareth looked deeply disturbed. "And this is normal." "For some of us," Morgan said. "Humans bounce back from a lot. We're kind of designed for damage." Jerith tilted their head. You are soft-skinned. No exoskeleton. No regeneration. How do you endure so much? Morgan grinned. We're soft on the outside, she said. Not on the inside. From that day forward, Morgan Reeves wasn't just the human student. She became a quiet legend. Not for combat prowess or academic brilliance, but for revealing something far more unsettling to the galaxy. Humans were comfortable with pain. Where other species avoided injury, humans managed it. Where others feared trauma, humans planned around it. They adapted. They endured. And sometimes they walked up to an injury, snapped it back into place, and told you to walk it off. And that terrified everyone. Just a little. Epilogue. A year later, Professor Groan paused a holo recording of Morgan Midpop during a xenomedical lecture. As you can see, he said gravely, Terrans do not view physical trauma as catastrophe, but as challenge. A student raised a trembling limb. Do they enjoy pain? The professor hesitated. Unclear. Possibly recreational in controlled contexts. He advanced the slide to an image of Morgan grinning like a mechanic fixing an old engine. Remember this image, he said. This is what a human looks like when solving problems with nothing but experience and nerve.